Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? What's up, all my fellow Uber tiers and lifters out there? Man, it's Monday. April 2nd. Woo! Jesus. Good day to be alive. Good day. Oh, man. Hope everybody's weekend was great. I hope everybody went out there and made their money. For me, Easter Sunday was slow, so I didn't really do a whole lot on Sunday. I didn't go out at all. I just spent that day with family, which hopefully everybody else did as well. If you didn't, I hope you at least went out there, made pretty good, but everyone needs family time. Don't forget that. Everybody always needs that. Now, today I was also part of my live stream. I put in there that if anybody had any questions or anything, they're more than welcome to ask, and I'll answer them accordingly. So that way, yeah, everybody can get their questions answered. But today, I did do one ride today for Uber. I had a couple hours after I dropped my kid off, so turned the app on, got a ping, pick up the guy, and he was going to the airport. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's automatic, 45-minute ride right there. So I know it's going to be at least $50. So thankfully, and he ordered an XL, which was surprising because it was just him and like 3 things of luggage. I guess that's the only reason he ordered XL. So that worked to my benefit, like, extremely. I was very satisfied with that. On my way to the airport, he asked if we can make a stop. And like I always tell everybody, depending on what time of the day it is and whatnot, is when you want to stop. And it's just Monday during the day, no surge going on. So hey, why not stop, right? So I stopped for him just at a gas station real quick. And he goes in there to go, do whatever. But before he goes in, he actually asked me if I wanted anything. And I was like, no, I'm cool. He's like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get some Lotto tickets. He said, so I'm going to give you a tip. So you want some cash or you want a Lotto ticket? And I was like, I like to gamble. It's Monday. I mean, why not? So I go ahead and say, yeah, sure, man. Go ahead. If you want to give me a ticket, that's cool. So he goes in, comes back out, and I guess he I don't know, he must have spent like at least $50-$60 on tickets. But he hands me a ticket, and he's like, here you go, here's your tip. And I was like, oh, cool. So, of course, I take him to finish his ride, help him with the luggage, get out of the vehicle, and then I put my destination filter back on to head back home because I only had a couple hours. So I want to make sure I'm back around to pick up my kid, which I still have to in like 30 minutes. So anyways, I put the destination filter on, come back home. Sadly, I guess it still must be slow from the weekend or something because I didn't get a ride coming back home. So then I just stopped and like 5 minutes ago, I went ahead and scratched my ticket. Well, I guess he gave me a $5 ticket, so I would have had a $5 tip, and I ended up winning $10. So hey, whatever. So I got a $10 tip on that ride. So that was actually pretty cool. I didn't mind that at all. I mean, hey, money's money. I could have lost and had nothing, but like I said, I like to gamble, take that chance. Hell, doing rideshare every day is pretty much like gambling. Oh man, so I wonder how everyone's doing. I got 2 people watching. I guess nobody commenting though. I can't actually see who's actually here. Nobody says anything. I can't see anything. But oh well. But man, it's like I was in the title, it's a new week, a new month. So people need to go ahead and set new goals. Like make them reasonable goals too. Don't like overreach too much because then you just get frustrated when you don't actually successfully meet those goals. Like you want to make $500 a week at least. Just set that goal and that'll get you what, $2,000 for the month. Hey, what's up, Darla? But yeah, that'll get you $2,000 for the month right there. So go ahead and set a goal every morning. Every day when you get up, you should be sitting there, or, whatever time you go to drive, you should already have it kind of planned out on how much your goal is to try to make, how many hours you're willing to try to do it in. Because some people want to make a goal, $100 a day at least, and then they'll go out there for 8 hours and only make like $60 or something. So you always want to set a time limit too, because you don't want to get burnt out doing this. If you get burnt out, well, you can't go out there the next day to make some money. So yeah, But it being a new week and a new month, you just got to stay positive, make a plan of attack, study your map. I know it's April now, so a lot of people, school's going to be finishing. My Saturday evening, I think I made a video on that. It wasn't good. I think I only had like a couple rides, 1 or 2. Yeah, I didn't do very good on Saturday. I think it was only 1. I don't even think I made many tips or anything. This weekend was slow. It was, at least for me, it was a bust. I was not happy at all. Saturday was also my son's birthday, so I didn't go out long, or I went out maybe too late, or I picked the wrong time. But asking around in the at least be trying to go out, go here, go there, out to dinner or something. Yeah, that's right, Darla. It does happen, but it just sucks. It's like, man, you think you know. But it was the weekend. Oh, man. One thing, it's hot as hell down here in Florida. It ain't even the summer yet, and it's already like in the 80s and 90s. Oh. But I shouldn't be complaining. I guess, well, right now in New York, they got a lot of snow, so I'm sure those people aren't happy. And I tell you what, I don't know how people go out there and Uber in the snow, because people can't even drive normal most of the time in the snow, much less risk picking up other people. No, that ain't for me. That is not for me at all. Oh, it's slow for you, Darla? I'm sorry to hear that. I know, and I know usually during the week, Mondays is usually a really good day. And Fridays is usually good because, mainly airport runs or whatnot. Sometimes, in the early mornings, people going to work. That's just like an everyday thing. But on days-wise, Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are supposed to be like the hot days. So it really does suck when those don't happen. And, of course, every week's different. You never know, what's going to happen. Weather is a very determining factor. If it's raining or snowing, that people don't want to go out, and sometimes you can't blame them. You don't want to go out there in that bad weather, get all dressed up. Oh, man. But I know a lot of people need to start keeping track of everything. Like, I know there used to be like an app, it was like heat surge, I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but it was supposed to like calculate surge. Damn, bro, you saw that dude in Virginia? No, I didn't, Christian. What happened in Virginia, man? But yeah, people need to start writing down stuff so that way you can keep track of the times, locations of what surges, what doesn't, when you're most likely to get rides. Because a lot of people just go out there and just wing it. And when I was new, I did that a lot, and I wasted a lot of fuel. I did get a lot of write-off miles, but fuel... You get a chance? I assume it must be something bad. Oh. And now that's what? On a different topic, that my Lotto ticket thing, that's twice now. That was pretty cool. Twice in 3 days of Ubering, I got a ticket as a tip. So you gotta like that, because I interact with my passengers all the time. Even if they seem like they're grumpy or whatever, I'm like, oh, you okay? You having a good day? Got to use that, whatever you can. And when people ask like what you do and you enjoy it, hell, the best thing about this gig, you can make up whatever the hell you want. You can say you do, you're in school to be a doctor. You can make up a lot of stuff, but you can always have. He won a $100,000 jackpot pullover mistake. Wrong turn. No, oof, I don't know. I don't know if that's bad or not, but he won $100,000? I mean, shit. That sounds really good to me. Man, I probably wouldn't Uber anymore for at least a couple months. Let me win some money like that. Speaking of that, I know that the Mega Millions was over 500 million. I tried that a couple times. Throw a couple bucks at it because you just never know. I don't know if anybody else did. Oh, man. I wish more people would ask any questions or whatnot. I always see them asking them nonstop in the group. Maybe I need to have more time frame for everybody so they can ask questions. She took the wrong street, decided to enter that gas station going home. Oh, wow, that's some luck right there. That's some damn good luck, though. You gotta love that. Can't be mad at winning money like that, or he did. Can't be mad at that. Yeah, I wonder what, besides gas, what does everybody use their tips for? That's what I'd like to know. Like, I put mine on gas. You know, I use my tips for food. Tips are awesome because tips help compensate everything. That's why, you know, you can't go into this expecting to get tips. And a lot of people, you know, are just assholes and don't tip anyways. But it is really, really nice when you actually get the tips. And especially when they tip good. Even if you get like, I like it when you get tipped more than the ride. Like when you get a base fare or something and then somebody gives you $10, it's just like, thank you. Always be appreciative. Because you never know. And that's why you always have to be respectful and courteous to people, even when they're assholes in your ride. Because you don't want to be reported for some dumb shit. And we know every day people report everyone for anything wrong. So you just smile and try to figure it like, yes, yes. Oh, that's not true, Christian. I had a Chinese guy tip me $20 once. I don't know if he did it on accident or whatever, but he did. I had one person one time that I took them to an airport ride. They tipped me, or, you know, they gave me like $39 or something. I was like, oh, cool. And then a little while later, I got reported in the app and it said that I accepted cash for the fare. And I was like, what? What the hell? No. So I typed back Uber because you always want to make sure you respond to Uber right away. Tell them like, no, sir, I do not do that. I know that's against the TOS, so I don't play games with that. And they just scratched it off and, you know, gave me the fare and the tips. So I was like, maybe the guy accidentally tipped me thinking it was the fare because it was just weird. You know, like I said, it was like $39. I don't remember what the fare was because I wasn't paying attention because I wouldn't have thought of that. So, yeah. And they didn't speak like any English. And of course, look at me, dog. I don't speak Chinese. That'd be cool as fuck if I could. I'd love to be bilingual like that, but yeah. You had a Korean dude that actually tips. Free pizza today from Little Caesars from 11:30 to 1:30. Oh, that's 2:30 where I'm at. Little Caesars free pizza? Man, I love me some free food, and especially some pizza. Damn, I wish I'd have seen that earlier. Was it like a whole pizza? Was it a slice? What? I'm curious now. Winning the basketball game. The pizza game. But what was it? Was it a slice? Was that what they were winning? Oh, there we go. Make sure I can see what everybody's saying. 4 lives plus drink. Oh man. 4 slices and drink? Now that's awesome. Shit, I wish I'd have had that. Man, oh man, now I'm making me hungry for some pizza. Of course, now I gotta pay for it. Guess I could cash my ticket in Little Caesars and get the double plus. But people need to go out there. Everyone needs to go ahead and you was first in line. Everybody, man, that's awesome. But everybody definitely needs to start making goals because I get tired of a lot of times people will get upset because they didn't make so much money in a week. And we're like, well, what did you plan for it? Did you try to do what you could each day? Or did you just go out there and wing it and thinking everything was going to work out for you? And sadly, a lot of people, they just go out and wing it. Which, like I said, when I was new, I did the same thing. But the longer you're in this gig, the more you learn and you know what to do, what not to do, and what works, what doesn't work. A lot of people don't do that. I mean, yeah, that's right, Darla. It's always a hit and miss. 250 a day be a goal? That's a nice goal right there. Oof. I think I'd have to go like at least 8 hours to try to get that goal. And that's if I was lucky and got a bunch of XL rides. Well, at least during the week. My goal, when I go out, I usually, like I said, I mainly do the weekends. So when I go out, I want to at least hit $200. That way I get out, I had a little bit of fun. You know, you're making decent money, and that's just $200. I like to try to make $200 in the app, so I don't really count tips or anything, because as we all know, they come, they go, whatever. But I'll use the tips to counteract whatever I spend in gas. But that way I still keep track of what I actually made, what I actually spent. The only thing I don't ever take into consideration, which I know a lot of people, like to complain about, is the fact that depreciation and all that crap. So I don't ever take that into consideration because I'm going to own the vehicle until it's done. So Darla said, one day an airport Uber driver told me he makes $60,000 and wrote off $35,000 for taxes. He must have drove a lot of miles. All the miles you drive, you can go ahead and write off. So yeah. And then, of course, if you're doing that, then you can do your office space, which you could, if you own your house, take a portion of your house. So, I dedicated the biggest room to it, right off the cell phone bill. So, yeah, it's really nice of, you want to go ahead and, if you don't know exactly what you're doing, always consult a tax person. That's definitely awesome. If you buy a car with depreciation already, why are you counting that shit? I agree with that. I know, right? And yeah, that's why, like I said, I'm going to own this car till it's done and everything, so I don't count depreciation. So I don't ever worry about that. I worry about when I make that day and how much I actually drove to all that. Oh, I hear you, Christian. Yeah, that when the people that buy a very brand new vehicle to go ahead and do Uber, to me, they are a little crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a little crazy, but don't know their situation, so I don't judge anybody. And that's why I always tell everybody, he hasn't had a lot of referrals. He could have had a lot of referrals, but you can't write off referrals. Referrals you don't get money back on those. I had a lot of referrals, and yeah, you don't get to write off any of that. Oh man, $60,000 in referrals, that'd be pretty good. I didn't do quite as good as that, but I also drove too. I ended up owing this year, so, because I made money with referrals and then even driving and everything else. And with my wife, because we filed jointly, I had to end up owing this year, first time ever. That kind of sucked. But, as Darla likes to say, that's life. So, shit happens. Last year, I took a hit on it and said I didn't make as much or whatever. And I had even more miles to write off. So, it definitely counteracted it all. But yeah, people that always bitch about depreciation and everything, it's just like, give me a break. Come on. Obviously, there's something. You're using your vehicle. You'd have been driving anyways. At least you're making money doing it. Pretty much as long as you don't get in an accident, you're doing good. Referrals be cool to travel. Yeah, referrals. I mean, you can make a lot in referrals. Hell, I remember even seeing the Uber man. He made like 60 grand or something that one year in referrals. So, yeah, referrals can be pretty good. Oh yeah, new people signing up. Now there's people signing up and quitting every day. And the downfall with the referral thing is just because people get on there and have, signed up, if they don't do the trips, you don't get paid. They don't get paid. Nobody gets paid. So yeah, referrals, they just come and go all the time. And people are quitting and coming. Like they say, the average Uber driver quits within like 3 months. As soon as they realize, that they're spending more than they're actually making, and then that's when they take all the depreciation and all that crap into factor. But that's because they don't know what to do. I mean, let's be real. When I very first started, my first trip, I had no clue what's going on. They told me I was approved. I was like, okay, cool. Does that mean I could turn on the app? Turn on the app and then got a ping. I didn't know what the hell to do. And I clicked it, and then I was like, okay, follow this thing to get there, and blam. But yeah, I didn't know what the hell to do. So I wish I'd had some kind of training, because whatever the hell that little video they show on there is a piece of shit. I don't like it at all. So, yeah. But that's why I started making YouTube videos, to help people out. So that way you have a better chance. You don't get discouraged. And in every one of them, I always tell people to make sure you make a plan, stick to it, execute. That's the only way you're going to make money in this business. Only way. And then, of course, advertise yourself. Because if you're not advertising yourself, then you're just losing out even more. You never know who you're picking up. You never know what they might want, what their interests are. So, you got to roll with it. Roll with it, roll with it. Oh, man. Oh, what time is it here? I know it's starting to get late. Yep, I got to go pick up my kid. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that. I had little technical difficulties there. Whew. Man, oh, man. The simple driver made 100K. Yeah, I bet he did. He sells those websites too. Jesus. But all right, everybody. I want everyone to go out there, make plans, stick to them, get your money. Don't take crap from nobody. Always check the description below. If you like these videos, go ahead and make sure you subscribe. All right. Uber and Lyft on, and peace out, everybody.